Okay, we are going to be looking at how to submit a manuscript in Open Journal system, your own Open Journal system instance. Well, what you need to do is to first of all register on the platform. After you've registered, you now log in. When you log into the system, you first of all log in. Now, in your dashboard, I'm logged in now as an author in this system. So what you need to do is to click on New Submission. I'm using Open Journal System 3.4. I'm using Open Journal System 3.4. Therefore, you will be able to make a submission like this, but 3.3, 3.2, you still see make a submission, but the only difference you will see in 3.3 is that these submission checklists, you have to check each of them, but in 3.4 you just read them and agree at the bottom. Yes, my submission meets all these requirements. When you have title, you specify the title of your manuscript. Take for example, I'm just going to pull a title from this manuscript that belongs to a client. I pull it and enter if you have title. I have to check, yes, my submission meets all these requirements, and I agree to the privacy consent that states that your content will be collected. You agree that your content be collected, like your name, your affiliation, and stored in the system that belongs to that journal. So what you need to do is to begin submission. You click on begin submission. Okay, now this is where the process begins. Now you have keywords, title, keywords. The instruction on the keyword says keywords are typically 1 to 3 word phrases that are used to indicate the main topics of a submission. Keywords are entered one at a time. You enter each of the keyword and you press enter key on your keyboard to register that particular keyword. Take for example, I want to enter these keywords. I copy the first one. I copy the first keyword from this article. I go back to the website and I paste it and I hit enter on the keyboard, and that keyboard that is registered. I go back to the manuscript. I pick up the next one, the next keyword, and I paste it and I hit the enter on the keyboard. I go back, pick up the next one, copy the next one, and I paste, and I hit enter on the keyword. I go back again, copy the next one. You do that until you have been able to make an entry of all the keywords in that manuscript. The next part is to paste the abstract in this field. You can see that it's compulsory. The asterisk means that these are required things that must be given, required submission details. So you now copy the abstract from your manuscript. You copy the abstract from your manuscript. You copy the abstract from your manuscript. And you paste it in that field. Then you now continue. Now, when you have upload file, you now click on upload file. It's always good to achieve anonymity in the processing of an article. It's always good to separate the cover page that comprises of the authors, their affiliations, from the body of the manuscript. So you might need to upload, depending on the journal and on what they want, you might need to submit 2 or 3 files. First file should be just the names of the authors. The next file should be the whole manuscript containing everything from the name of the authors to the references, everything together. So likely 2 files. So you click on upload file, locate where you have the first file, which is the name of the authors, the affiliation, and other details. I mean, like an introductory part. You click on it. I'm just going to take this as an example. So you just, when you do that, you now click article texts. That is an article text. You will now register that. You add the next file. Whatever be the next file, you add the next file. And if it's no more, if it's still an article text, you click an article text, it will register it. But if it's any other, you click on other and choose what you can see. These are default submission components. So you just select what fits what you want to submit. If it's other, you choose other and you click on save, and that will send that in. You now click on continue. Then this is where you now specify the name of the authors. Already this, because you logged in as an author, the system already had your name. The system already had your name as, I mean, your details. So that is, you're seen as a primary contact because it is through your account that this manuscript is submitted. So you now add other contributors. I mean, where you have other contributors, you add them. So you have to state the given name, which is the first name of the person. Let's say Victor. The first name of the person is Victor. The family name is the surname, James. The first name is compulsory, and so always ensure that the surname goes to where you have family name, because if you don't state it the way it's supposed to be given, the citation that is going to come out on the site might be faulty. So you have to state it this way. If the author has given 3 names, the first name, the middle name, and the surname, where you have given names, state the first name and the middle name. Victor, Matthew, James, just like that. But the family name must be one word, one name, which is the surname, nothing else added. Without that, you're not going to have the citation correctly specified on the site. So you have to state it this way. Where it's 2 names, you specify the first name where you have given name, and you state the surname where you have family name. Where the author has given 3 names, first, second name goes to where you have the given name, and the surname comes. I have to state that twice, because without that, you're going to have a faulty citation. And also, indexing is going to be wrong for this particular article. So email is where you specify the email of the author, Victor James at gmail.com. Then the country, you don't choose a country. Home page URL, if the person has it, like a website. OSIT ID, if the person has it, you specify. Bio statement, if the person has it, the department, rank, and other things about the person, you can state it. But what you have to state is the person's affiliation. So you define that this person is of the department of this, that in which university. You state it, let's say Department of History in University of Nebraska. Okay, so that handles that. We now click on save. ensure that the author is checked. Then you now click on save. Also ensure that it is checked. Include this contributor when identifying authors in the list of publications. So you check that. So you click on save. As many authors that you have, please repeat the process. As many authors that you have, repeat the process. Now, if there's any other person that is a primary contact, you check this button. So the system can recognize that person as a primary contact. You click on continue. If you have any special comments for the editor, you state it. You continue. At the end of the day, what you've submitted is going to be given to you, a preview of what you've submitted. The title, the keywords, the abstract, the files you've added, the contributors, and every other thing. You now click on submit. Now, with that, you have successfully sent in that manuscript for processing in an open journal system. So I hope that was useful and helpful to someone. So thank you for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you or being of assistance to you in one way or the other. Thank you. You have a blessed day. Bye-bye.